Gather around, children of all ages, all sizes. Otherwise known as
Uh,
young apprentices and padawans and all those letters. I don't care. Hello, guys. How you doing? Either way, welcome to episode 2 of Knights of the Sith. We last left off with our heroes venturing through space towards a destination unknown. Yeah.
you're funny, Sith and hero.
All right. Our protagonists. There. The protagonists of our story have gone out into the void of space after leaving off of Onderon. No, wait. It was Dantooine. It was Dantooine. My bad. Yes, they left Dantooine to go to a different place, a different planet to hide out. Well, in that time, and since the previous episode to this, we had a couple one shots, or a couple figuring out of stuff. Our heroes are now on Dromund Kaas, the ancient Sith Empire homeworld. It is no longer on any star maps or star charts of the current era, mainly because any Sith knowledge or anything that has to deal with the Sith Empire is been forbidden to be accessed or gone to. So they kind of just wiped it off the face of the universe without really destroying it. They kind of just packed up shit and left. Korriban's a basically no fly zone, but if you're there, you're there. You can't stop that one. Especially when Jedi go there every so often. Like Yoda. Yeah. Either way, can I have the both of you roll me a d20 for initiative here?
I'm gonna have to use Wizards of the Coast because I am in no condition to go
16.
and do that.
Alright, Mike's got 16.
That's a fucking 5.
Okay, so. Very well. So, my good sir, known as, oh bloody hell, what is your character's name again? Fuck. Yes, Basulik. Alright, Basulik. You've awoken your bed in your apartment on Drummond Cars. You have your trophy, as I shall put it, the young Padawan Bear Sophie sitting in a corner. Or laying down on some kind of bed of sorts. Might be a mattress on the ground. Take a pick. Either way, she is still asleep. What do you wish to do?
Well, might as well get up if I'm not wearing my equipment, which for whatever friggin' reason I wouldn't be, considering it's Drome and Koss.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're in your equipment. And you probably have a blaster under the pillow. Why? Because Mandalorians do this. Don't ask me. By the way, yes. Aside from that, what do you do?
Well, might as well reach out with the Force and see where the other member of my party is.
Well, let's see here. You've got Guess in one of the, or in the only unoccupied room, last you checked. He's in there, seemingly being asleep, or sleeping, to say the least.
Yes, English.
Yes, I can't do it. And Artoria is not in the apartment.
Son of a bitch, is she still in the Dark Council chamber?
No. Seems like she's just taking a stroll outside, from what you can tell. In other
You
words,
know what?
she's only
It's
recently gone out.
it's been a hot minute since Droman Koss has had any semblance of peacefulness to it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit and reach out with the force and just try and sense for anything on the planet that sticks out.
Oh.
I mean, us for one.
And considering that Droman Koss and everything that's happened on it, it's practically a dark side nexus at this point. Yeah.
Power check.
God, remind me what in the hell that was. D6?
D6 plus your power.
God, I need to friggin' find my character
You have a
sheet.
3.
Oh, I see. I got a 9.
Okay. So, 3 places stick out. Some place far off in the woods that's near Ka City, but not near. You've got the Dark Council Chamber, and then far, a good trek away from Ka City. Between Ka City and the old frickin' spaceport, you sense a very subtle, but not so subtle presence there. And while you've been looking out and shit, you've noticed that Artoria is kind of heading to the outskirts of Ka City. Rather, towards the one that's out in the woods.
So the closest anomaly besides the Dark Council chamber.
Yeah. Pretty much. So what do you do?
Not cocaine, that's for sure.
Death sticks. No.
Death sticks. You don't have any. I'm sorry.
Like I said, no. Bass, get up.
You're telling Boss to get up.
Barris.
Yeah. So you see her kind of just slowly, groggily get up. You can tell that she's starting to wake up, but she's fully sat up, by the way. But you can tell that she's nowhere in the realms of, oh, hey, I can have a long conversation unhindered. Or unimpeded, I should say.
Get your gear. We're going out.
At which you hear, "Sure thing. I'll be there in a minute." And you kind of see her start to lean to one side just to be balanced back to lean the other side, and then she falls over and then rolls off the bed. At which you see her jump to her feet and then start to get ready.
Damn, she got accustomed to being stolen by a Mandalorian Sith real quick.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Or is there a darker history to Barra Sophie that we don't know? Who knows?
Well, taking into account that another big thing is I think she knows that no matter where she goes on this planet, we all know the terrain vastly better than her.
Oh, yeah. Hell, even Artoria knows this place a lot better than her. And she wasn't let out anytime soon. Or, she wasn't
Because
out
she
much.
she was here originally though, before
Yes.
carbonation.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't mean she got to go outside much.
She'd still know the general layout.
Oh, yeah. Not to mention she knows her way around the forest quite well. But
But
yeah.
you just contradicted yourself, sir.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Doesn't mean she was let out, but she knows her way around the forest. Fucking excuse
I
me.
said force.
A lot like forest.
No, I meant force. Okay. Either way, yes. So other than this, what do you do, my dear friend?
I'm gonna go get Guess up.
How do you wish to wake him?
Fist to the door of the unoccupied room.
So, yes, buddy pally friend, you hear a heavy and very loud thud hit the threshold of the doorway to your room.
I see.
How do you wish to react?
All right.
My apartment, I'm not going away.
I wanna sleep.
Do you want to sleep, or do you want to figure out exactly what the hell has happened since we left?
Do you want the real answer to that?
That depends. Do you want to figure out what two specific force anomalies are that certainly went there before we were here?
Give me a minute. He's gonna get his shit on and open the door. Hello?
Hey,
Yeah, he's gonna get his shit on and go out the door.
yeah, you do so. Alright, so the both of you are heading out. Barris is quickly following. She's in her normal garb, except for two things are missing. One, her hood is down, and two, her balaclava that she usually wears, she's not wearing anymore.
Huh.
Yes, so her head is kind of free of balaclava or hood.
Oh.
Either way, yeah, she is quickly following.
I see.
So I'm assuming you're going to head towards Artoria.
Yep.
So you find Artoria cleaning what looks to be a very old astromech, but a very familiar model that you guys know. It is a T7 unit.
I'm gonna hurt you.
Yeah. No, it's an older T7. Like, it looks a hell of a lot older than the models you guys ran with. And the models you guys usually saw were about 150 years old already. This one looks older.
Your grandpa.
Older how? Because I know the T7s had that little flashlight looking thing popping up out of their flat head.
All right, let me put it this way: KOTOR era, older.
Ah, so a T3 unit.
Oh, was it T3s?
Yeah.
Yes, it was a T3. Okay.
Yeah, T7s were the ones in the standard Old Republic era.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, so T3. My bad. Oh.
Somebody didn't do homework.
No, somebody forgot. Quite a bit. And it's saddening and I hate it.
Anyways,
Either way, yeah, here, just to throw that there. Okay, yeah. So yeah, she's cleaning this T3 unit with utmost care, and you both see that Artoria has a plushie, or still has the same plushie that she had in the solo sessions, but that is currently sitting on the T3 unit's head.
how could you?
And for those who don't know what the plushie looks like, I shall describe it to the best of my ability. For one, it is called a Lula. It's a how do I want to put it?
For those of you who have seen Bad Batch,
Okay, yeah.
it is Wrecker's plushie,
Or for those
essentially.
who haven't seen Bad Batch, in the Clone Wars, Waxer and Boyle actually find a Lula at the old Twi'lek child's home, covered in dust and a little bit of burning. It's a bit bigger than that.
Mind me, did you say whether or not it looked like there was any damage on the T3 unit?
T3 unit looks like it's had its wear and tear. It looks like it's seen some battle, but it's still kicking and it's still functional. It's just being cleaned. It hasn't been maintained for a long time from what it looks like.
Being Mandalorians from our time, it's probably safe to say that we've dealt with Basilisk war droids
Yep.
because the Sith didn't really care whether you had them or not. Which
Yes.
means we both know our fair share of how to repair shit with droids, so I'm going to see if I can fix anything on them.
Okay. Can I have you roll me a power check? Or not a power check, but
I was about to say, isn't that tech?
yeah, have me roll a tech check.
7.
Okay. Now I need you to roll me an endurance check.
I win. 9.
Oh boy, no you don't. Or not in the ways you think. Because as you start to fiddle around with this droid, repairing bits and pieces and shit, flashes of memories just plow their way into your mind. And they're flashes of memories of a person, a man or a woman. You can't really make out what or who. But what you can feel is a great amount of presence. It's something unmistakable, but you know for a fact you've never met somebody with this presence, although it being familiar. But after those flashes have ended, you come to realize that you've already fixed what you could on the droid. without really noticing that you were fixing it. So, what do you do now?
I continue fixing it.
You continue fixing it. All right. Guess, what do you want to do?
Well, you see, he's just going to look at Bess. Look at his newly acquired apprentice. Look at the female, for the polite terms, that
Which
was
one?
previously cleaning the droid.
So you're looking at Artoria. Okay.
And he's just going to sit on the ground, then proceed to lay on the ground, and pass the fuck out.
You do so. As you lay here, I need you to roll me a power check.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Obviously not.
You'll be fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh dear, that's an 8.
An 8. Okay. Well, you see, with your 8, you go straight to hell and the game's over. I'm sorry. No, I'm kidding. No.
You see, that's where I break this bottle that I'm holding,
Yeah. No.
and I march my way up to down to the cities.
Up or down? Which is it? Okay. No. Either way.
Both.
Yeah. Either way. You feel these 3 different places. One you know for a fact is the Dark Council. One is somewhere out into the forest, a little far away from the city. And then you feel more shrouded presence near the spaceport.
Yes.
That's what you feel. But not only that, but you can also feel a very familiar presence coming from nearby. This presence is of the old man that you saw in the Dark Council chambers.
I swear if it's coming from the damn lightsaber.
Oh yeah, it's coming from a lightsaber that is now currently strapped to Artoria's belt.
Yeah, no, fuck that. Slap. Slap.
You're gonna slap it?
Slap.
Okay, you're gonna go slap. Alright. You go slap. We'll put it that way. Alright, let's see here. Barris, what are you going to do? You're just gonna watch her, right? Artoria. Right. So. Alright, Bess, well, you're repairing every little intricate bit that you can possibly get at with what you have on hand. You see Artoria grab the Lula from the head of this droid, and she's back to holding it.
Because she's a bitch.
Holy
No.
fuck you. Hey, Mashu.
Uh,
Welcome to D&D. How you doing?
oh, shit! I didn't mean that. Okay, I'll go.
Yeah, you're fine. You can stay here and listen if you need to.
Okay, I'll be here.
Yep. All right. So yes, Bess, what do you wish to do?
I'm fixing the droid.
Yes, you're fixing the droid. We've heard that. You've pretty much done that.
Turn it on and see what happens.
You turn it on. You see it look around a bit and do its little bleep bloops, all that jazz. And then it looks at you. And for its droid tongue, it asks, "Do you know where my master is?"
That would depend on who your master is.
One with great power in the Force.
That doesn't tell me much.
So vague.
It then says, "What year is it?"
Good question. The way they've started measuring years has changed.
You see it start calculating a bit. Then you hear it ask, "Where is the one known as Revan?"
Last I knew, he was dead.
At which it says, "Then you are my new masters." I shall prep the ship for launch when you're ready.
Ship? What ship?
At which,
There's a lot of them in the spaceport, but very few of them look functional.
no spaceport. In the woods, the forest. No creature dares go. Strong in the force it is. At which, the droid kind of strolls off.
Okay, mechanical Yoda. Strong in the Force? It is.
And as it's leaving, it says, "Come to the ship when you are ready to depart of this planet." After that, it goes down the road a good bit and then it turns off at an intersection into the woods.
Well, does it feel like that's the direction leading towards the other?
That is the direction leading towards the nearest anomaly.
Oh, this wasn't the anomaly. Oh.
No. That's just something
Ye-
that stopped Artoria in her path.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, no.
Yes. So,
I'm too
Not
tired to
possible,
feel.
though. He was on the Foundry.
oh yes. All right.
But that's not to say there's not going to be a different model. Okay.
Well, Bess, Artoria and Bears are looking at you. What do you want to do? Also, you do
Okay.
see a
So,
sleeping guest on the ground.
zap.
How do you wish to zap him?
Literally just like a spark from the tip of a finger.
You're
It
an
is
ass.
so. Yes. I don't care how durable you are. You feel it, and it's like, oh boy, ow.
Joey, I would love to point out I'm the less durable of the two.
I know. I
Fuck
know.
you.
I am aware.
Fuck you.
Either way, you are jolted awake.
Ow. Let me sleep. Let me sleep.
Droid seems to be heading towards the closest force anomaly, so how about we go for the furthest?
I have another suggestion. You do that, and I go to sleep.
Yes. Alright. So, you wish to go back to sleep? Is that what I'm hearing?
Get hearing aids, sir. I'm not repeating myself.
So, guess you see Artoria look at Besulik, and she asks this. So, if he doesn't wake up, can I stab him?
No,
Can I
How she's
electrocute him?
no.
I wouldn't
Can
recommend
I
her
drag him
trying.
with the force?
As humorous as that would be, no.
Can I throw him?
Throw him how?
Throw him towards the location we're going to?
Again, how?
By the force.
No.
Damn it.
You know what? I have an idea. Considering he is at the moment still awake, he's gonna use the force to pull Artoria's leg out from under her. No.
That's some Bastila Shan bullshit there, sir.
Alright. So you've done this with ease. Let me check something real quick before I describe what happens. Okay.
I have no regrets. He is tired, especially after he had to deal with pirates.
So, here's what you guys see. Guess you effectively rip or wrench Artoria's leg out from under her, at which you see her fall forward. But as you see her start to fall forward, you see her smirk.
Of course. I can never do anything to humor myself without you putting a monkey wrench in it, you chuckle fuck. Quit metagaming.
Oh, I'm not
Quit
metagaming.
using my insults.
I'll do
Either way,
that when pigs fly.
all of you see Artoria land on her head and spin.
Force push.
Oh, you force push her. At which she is a fucking rotating top going towards the furthest anomaly. And she shouts, "Thanks, Gas! You helped
I
me!"
would love to point out that's not how that works.
Rotation and then force. Yes.
Joey, if she was moving at that speed that way, her head would have snapped off.
She's also rotating her entire body at the same time.
Considering I pushed directly at her, not at an angle, it wouldn't spin her, it'd knock her flying. It's directed at her centrally.
Okay. So you wish to yeet her. Is that what I'm hearing?
I just want to knock her over because she's being a smartass.
Oh boy.
You can feel agony now.
Okay. So you want to use force push to send her flying.
Sure, if you want to go with that, even when I just said
Okay.
I want to knock her on her ass because she was being a smartass.
Okay. Okay.
Like, I just wanted to make her fall over. That's why I pulled her leg out, but you had other plans with that. So it's just like,
Fair enough. Alright. So you send her sprawling to the ground on her ass. Happy? Okay.
am I ever happy?
I don't know. Alright?
Yes, you
Don't
are.
fucking ask me.
But yeah, he's just gonna look at her. Don't ever think of stabbing me, electrocuting me, throwing me, or dragging me, you little shit.
That's why I asked.
Like I said, don't think about it at all. Or I'm mighty tempted to treat you like I treated those pirates that tried to board my ship on my way here.
Well, he did say not to think about it, so I guess he's giving you clearance to go ahead and do it.
Go for it, I don't care anymore. See what happens.
At which you feel a hand like apparition wrap around your legs. And you're being dragged. Not really dragged, but you're being pulled and lifted a bit. So your head's not bashing against the ground on every single little bump. And you're being gently placed into the nearest tree. So, what the fuck do you guys do?
I don't know.
I'm just gonna start heading for that furthest anomaly.
I'm going to plan for Red Rum.
You plan for Red Rum. You head towards the anomaly.
Fuck, excuse me? I was in a tree, damn it!
I'm addressing you first, and I'm addressing Michael. In other words, you plan for Red Rum. Michael's heading towards the anomaly.
To slap you.
Alright. Slap me if you wish. Either way. Michael heads towards the fucking furthest anomaly, accompanied by Artoria and Beris. So, they have wandered off and gone off that way. Yes. You find this tree rather comfortable.
Uh-huh. Yes. But my exhaustion was but a camouflage for my real intentions.
Okay, so what do you plan to do?
See, I'm gonna go back to the ship I came to Droman Koss on real quick.
Okay, you do so.
And I'm gonna get one of the speeder bikes that are in there that I got from the pirates.
Yes, you do so.
Then he's gonna speed his way along and pass them and say, "Fuck you!" I know it's gonna take a little bit to get to the ship and such, but yeah. Considering he'd be on a speeder, it wouldn't take long to catch up.
No, it wouldn't. Okay, so Bess, your form of the party is on their way towards the furthest anomaly when you start to hear a speeder closing in, only to be passed by Guess who's saying fuck you while driving a speeder and heading off towards the direction that you're supposed to be going in. How do you wish to react to this?
Don't
I am
breathe.
going to yell, tree!
You yell tree. Guess. I require an agility check.
Favorite. Okay, let's see what we get. Oh no. George,
Yeah.
George of the Jungle, that's a fucking 10.
Oh, well. You missed a tree. And the tree after that. And the tree after that. And the giant ass rock after that one. And the other trees behind those. Only to stop right next to what looks to be a Nexu.
Of
Just
next dudes.
laying down. And you're like about a meter away from it.
Dudes are adorable.
All it does is lift its head off its paws, looks at you, and then places its head back onto its paws as it was originally.
Yeah. I get off the speeder slowly as not to, like, alarm it with quick and sudden movements. Just
Yeah.
kind of take a squat next to it.
As you hit your foot off the speeder and touch the ground, you see the Nexu kind of jolt up towards you. It kind of lowers its head, hunches its back a bit, and it's just staring at you. Almost as if it's trying to figure out what the fuck you are and why you're bothering it.
Well, he's going to speak with it while simultaneously using the force to help persuade it and say, I am not here to harm you. You merely interest me.
So you're using animal friendship.
Yes.
You use animal friendship. The Nexu
Yes.
immediately just looks you over once more and then just lays down.
Head pats.
You head pat the Nexu. You hear the Nexu purr.
And he's going to get on the speeder, bid the Nexu adieu, and continue on his way.
You continue on your way.
Yes.
So, you've gotten to what you can tell is the source of this anomaly.
Yes, and then he's going to wait there for everybody.
Yep. You wait there for everyone. After a bit of time has passed, everyone is caught up. You all see what appears to be an ancient Sith temple.
Yes.
And you can feel the darkness around this place. It's everywhere, but it's also shrouded. What do the two of you do?
I'm just looking at him. I'm looking at the temple because this is not the Dark Temple, is it?
This is the temple from Sotor. on Drummond Koss.
Then, oh God, who even knows what's in that anymore?
No one. No one knows.
I have a bad feeling about this, but here we go.
Yes, but I actually need to correct you on that one, Joey.
What?
Someone knows. Whatever the fuck is in that temple knows what's in that temple.
And vitiate.
Yeah, and vitiate.
Yeah.
Either way. Yeah. So, do you enter the temple?
Yeah?
Okay. So, Basulik, you enter the temple. Artoria and Barris follow you in. Yes, are you entering the temple?
He's just gonna kind of say to himself, "Where, if anybody takes my speeder that I took from the pirates that took it from whoever the fuck, I'm going to slaughter them painfully." Then proceed to walk in.
You do so. Now, Basulik, as you enter, your vision blackens for a bit. And once it clears back up and you're actually conscious of where you are, you're no longer on Drummond Cause. You know this for a fact. The architecture around here, it's not that of Korriban or Ziost or Drummond Cause. No. Oh no. This is the forest of a certain moon that you know your people were at.
I'm going to hurt you.
Oh, is it forested?
Oh yes, it's forested.
Hi, Dachshund.
Yes. Now the architecture that you do see is what looks to be like a Mandalorian hideout camp, if you will. So think the camp on Dachshund in KOTOR. That's basically what you see.
KOTOR too, but yeah.
Yeah. Now, guess a similar thing happened to you. Except for when you open your eyes next, you're not in a forested area. In fact, you're in a city. A super city, in fact.
Oh dear.
Oh, yes. Now, if I do recall, I have it somewhere. Here. The city you see and you know to be
Of
as
course, it's
Terrace.
terrorists.
Yeah.
You're a bitch.
Oops. Either way, yes, you see Terrace. That's not the only thing you'd see, though.
Oh
You
boy.
see several men in this silver armor that, are, that is black. Here, I'll
Got
grab
it.
you.
Silver armor that's black.
Black fatigues, but silver plating. Here, let's see if I can't find a nice proper image. Here you go. That's what you see. Basically, those guys.
I
In words, the lovely Sith troopers from KOTOR 1.
I'm going to beat you
Why are you gonna beat me?
within an inch of your life.
But why?
The answer to that.
Well, what's the answer?
You don't deserve it, so I'm not telling it to you.
Okay. So, either way, yes, you're both there. Now, Michael, you know for a fact that Artoria and Barris were literally walking in about a foot behind you. They are not there. They are not with you whatsoever. What you do see around you is Mandalorians in Neo Crusader armor. And they're all doing Mandalorian things, like training, weapon checks, different repairs to the area, whole 9 yards. They do what they do. Now, guess for you, you see these silver Sith troopers wandering about, kind of militarized patrols with citizens walking about the place, going as they do. Can I have the both of you roll me perception?
Yes. D20 here. I can do. Oh,
Oh, what'd you get?
oh.
What'd you get?
Doth my eyes deceive me?
Possibly. But we won't know for sure.
Would appear to be a natural 20.
I see. Okay. Michael?
Michael is awake.
Okay, just making sure. Perception check.
So there's Revan's Sith troopers milling about.
For Reed's side of things, but for your side of things, you've got Mandalorians doing their thing on Doxon.
Well, figure out who's in charge.
I asked for a perception check, my friend.
I think Michael's starting to space out just a little.
Yeah, just a little, so I'll focus on him for a bit. Just to get him
Yeah,
out of that
go
spacey.
for it. Yeah, go for it. Plus, I'm fucking tired as fuck, so I can shut up for a bit.
Don't fall asleep on me, mate.
I'm not
We're
Michael.
trying to.
Alright. By the way, what was the perception check that you've gotten?
6.
6. Well, you failed to find anybody of superiority, as far as you can see. Alright, so there's nobody above red in here. Either way, you notice a few things with these Mandalorians. For one, there's a little bit of a something off to them. Every single last one, in fact. They all have an iron heart. Either painted on into their armor or set into their armor. So, what do you know, or what do you do about this little problem that you see? Michael.
I'm here.
Yes. So, what do you do?
Good question. I blinked.
Eh, all right.
Yeah, you keep blanking out within like last few minutes.
Yeah. All right. Either way, basically, you can't find anybody above Red Neo Crusader. All Neo Crusaders around you either have an Iron Heart painted into their armor or actually in their armor. So, what do you do?
Okay, so there's no one in yellow armor that would denote rank.
Yup, that is correct. So, what do you do instead? Michael.
Hello?
It was.
We can hear you. Did you blank out again?
Entirely. I don't think I need to be here, guys. I'm sorry.
Well,
Yeah.
My concentration is failing.
I can.
Yeah, mine is slowly starting to dwindle as well. That's why I had that last burst of energy with the speeder.
All right. Well, then. I guess we're going to have to call it short. Oh, well. We'll pick it up later. Or sometime soon. Whichever. But,
Tomorrow, I doubt it.
yes. Either way. I shall tell the viewers of a tale instead. A certain tale of the past. Oh, yes.
No, fuck the past. It's in the past for a reason.
Yes, but it's a present issue of a certain NPC. So, I will get into that first.
Okay, I'm gonna shut up and listen.
Yes. So, roughly 3,000 years ago, back in the era of Swotor, after the Eternal Empire had fallen, Darth Maul slain, the newly appointed Empress, Artoria, was taken into her care. Being born during the reign of Darth Malgus's bullshit and all of his revolution and all that jazz. He was defeated with his station completely torn asunder from the inside from two wavering powers. Young Artoria was stolen from her mother and brought before Darth Maul. But of course, Darth Maul had no chance to train her or raise her. At which she was left to the newly appointed Empress. The Empress proceeded to become harsh, wanting a new, stronger, faster, and better Force users for her new Sith Empire that she has taken over. She abused Artoria at the young age of 5 and started her training there. At the age of 6, Artoria was put in a predicament of facing 5 other Sith. 2 of them lords and 3 of them apprentices, holding back nothing. Except for not killing Artoria, of course. Artoria was sent into a pillar, at which she uttered the words, "Behold the power of Zakul's dragon." With her newfound energy seeping into her bloodstream, she rose with golden eyes. In a moment of spite and hatred and anger, she tore every single Sith there asunder with only the power of the Force. She leaped the great chasm to reach the other side of the Dark Council chamber halls, and then charged her way towards the center of these chamber halls to get to the Dark Council room itself. In her path stood several honor guards and several lords and dwarfs upon that, at which each one fell, one by one, with increasing bloodlust from Artoria. In staggering amounts of power, she cleaved her way through them all, either by crushing them, exploding them, or tearing them limb from limb just by the sheer power of the Force. She got into the center of the chambers, surrounded by thousands of Sith, including the Empress and the newly formed Dark Council. They all stood in awe, and fear did seep its way into them for the amount of bloodlust that she was emanating. Until an older man, an older Sith, approached her. This man was no normal Sith, no. Oh no. For this man had a higher calling. For his master was one named Revan. At one point or another, he approached a young girl and said, "Young lady, one such as your age should not have this bloodlust. Even by Sith standards, that's not right. Calm down. Come to me, and I shall help you." The entirety of that Sith chamber was calmed slightly when the girl started losing her bloodlust and approached the man. When she was about a meter away from him, she jumped into his arms and let her emotions flow. But of course, an empress who had her young secret weapon exposed in front of all the Sith, now being taken over by a man who, yes, predates her, but she is not happy about it. For that man is a Revan Knight. Instead of letting things cool down, she killed the man as soon as Artoria was given a minute of rest. Saber plunged deep into his head. Not towards the front, but in the back. Young Artoria screamed in anger and hatred. All Sith immediately ignited the lightsabers. The Empress ready to off anyone who dared challenge her, we'll say. But of course, who would challenge her at a time like this? Artoria's bloodlust began to rage and build and strengthen itself. Immediately, any Sith within a 5-meter radius of her was eviscerated completely, leaving only particles of their blood. 10 meters, the kyber crystals in the sabers explode. 15, they are torn apart. And anything above 15 was sent flying, which includes the Empress who was off her throne. Instead, she was sent flying back onto her throne, along with any nearby Sith, Lord, Darth, or otherwise. It'd be about this time that 4 Mandalorians came running in behind Artoria. And she spoke this. Far above, far below. One of the Mandalorians said, "What? What are you saying?" At which she said it again. Far above, far below. With Artoria cornered, and these men wanting to figure out what to do here, they looked towards their, how will you say, not master, but I'd say employer. They saw the fear in that Empress's eyes as the bloodlust started to continue. An apparition started appearing right next to Artoria, at which these apparitions started saying the same thing. Far above, far below. We don't know where we'll fall. Far above, far below. What once was great is rendered small. At which Artoria only glanced at the Mandalorians before their armor, made of Mandalorian iron, crumpled like paper around their bodies. Screaming in agony, they were helpless to even stand as their armor caved in on itself, in on into them. It was only at this point that every Sith in this room that was left alive used Force Lightning to try to kill Artoria, but failed to do so. For this lightning was somewhat dispersed and used as a shield for a time until she was rendered unconscious on the ground and having steam come off her body and her clothing. Every Sith saw what they did. Every Sith knew this bloodlust was concentrated by something, or conjured by something, I should say. At which, the only thing they could do was throw Artoria into a cell under extreme heavy guard, with her arms bound behind her back, until several years later, the young girl was sent to a carbonite freezing facility near where the chambers were, and at the age of 15, she was thrown into the carbonite and then shipped off to Ziost under heavy guard. At which the Ziost guard put her in the deepest parts of that temple on Ziost they possibly could. They put her against a wall, and they threw chains over the carbonite slate. They put a internal guard there, and then sealed the door so no one could get out. Years later, fast forward to the era we are in now, Sheev Palpatine cleaved his way through undead specters of the god that resided on Ziost, unlocked the chains and the door, and then took Artoria with him, at which he placed her in the same facility that she met with full Sith and drained them of their power. And that is where we shall leave it tonight. Good night, folks. Until next time.